now going to talk about corruption that is taking place in our country. We have so many things that corrupt leaders that are really eating our funding coffers, the national funding coffers, especially the governors. And nobody is talking about them. We need anti-corruption to work. We need anti-corruption to work and take these governors in prison. There is no way they can draw money from national coffers. Then they use them for their personal gains.
Sumo TV, your #1 online channel. Guys, thank you for your support. We are now at 2,000 subscribers, and continue sharing this link, continue supporting us, and this the channel we will bring for you everything live. So today we want to engage on a talk about Kenya. We've seen President Ruto was hit by a shoe. That one was there. Wamunyoro also was there. And now we are seeing everything which is going on. So we will wonder why Raila will if Raila will support Ruto until they reach the election or not. So these are the things we are going to get if you watch till the end. So okay, doctor. We have seen Matiang'i. He launched his presidential candidature in Kisii. And in that same field, we saw when there was a match between Gor Mahia and Shabana, the Kisii people really, they really injured Luo people. Do you think this thing will lead to Luo people not to vote Matiang'i, or what are you thinking? And again, Matiang'i, when he was addressing the people, he was talking in the native language, and till people say that Matiang'i is a tribalic. What can you say about that?
Oh, hey, today I'm surrounded by these guys that are supporting William Samoei Ruto, but me, myself, I've never supported William Samoei Ruto, even in my elementary life. But today I'm really going to be fair to our President William Samoei Ruto, because what happened in Migori is something that is not supposed to happen to a president, not even a leader. There is no way you can aim a shoe to beat the President of the Republic of Kenya, who is the symbol of national unity. That is very bad. That is one of the most outrageous thing, abysmal thing, egregious thing that happened to our leader. And I think the leaders of Migori should visit State House and ask for apology on behalf of the residents of Migori. Because what happened to President Ruto only happened to Kenyatta in 1969 when he went to open Russia Hospital in Kisumu. And so many people got injured and so many people were killed in that melee. So what happened to William Samoei Ruto in Migori is something that is not supposed to happen for a leader. But I know. Migori, you did a very bad thing. If that is what you did to the president. But it is something that is common to Migori, because the other day, Kenyatta in 2013 went to Migori with William Samoei Ruto. They were really chased from Migori. Migori people are used to what they did to William Ruto. But that is not supposed to happen to a leader. That is why we are asking for apology from the great people of Migori. That the great people of Migori you are supposed to visit State House and be on your knee and ask for forgiveness, because this is a leader. This is a symbol of national unity. Now, I want to talk about Matiang'i. What Matiang'i did in Kisii. I know it is very bad when a leader who is supposed to be a national unity, who is vying to be the president of this country, speaking in a native language. That because that congregation that was in Kisii, so many people, it was live in Citizen TV, it was live in Nation TV, it was live in KTN, and people wanted to listen to what the leader was talking about. But when the leader changed to their native language, it was very difficult to understand what the leader was talking about. So when we are talking about tribalism, We are supposed to to use a language that is understood across this country. And that is the egregious thing that this Matiang'i guy did. When he went to Kisii and started talking to those guys in his mother tongue, it was very bad. It was outrageous. Now, Kisii and Luos, we have been living together. We have been playing together. In fact, when I go home, I use Kisii vehicles. When I go home, I always use we take food from Kisii. So we depend on each other. We even marry from Kisii. They also marry our ladies. We also marry their ladies. So it is very bad. When we had a match in Kisii Stadium, and then there was a fight that was going on between Kisii fans, Savannah fans, and Gor Mahia fans. It was very bad because if you beat me, for example, we have a away game and home game. So we went away, and you worked on us. What happened when you come on our place? We will also work on you. So it was very bad. People are not supposed to leave. We are in Kenya. We are Kenyan first. Before you become a Kisii, you are a Kenya first. So it is very bad when politics, you can bring politics to a game, a national game. In fact, that one was a national game. Gor Mahia came in numbers in Kisii, and those people worked on them. There were so many injuries that we saw during that match. It was very bad. And we are asking the fans, behave yourself. Behave. Because it was not a political competition. It was just a game that was being played, and we are supposed to we have a winner or a loser, or it is draw, and we live forever and we wait for another game. So I'm asking the great people of Kisii, even if that was a way of maybe retaliating or competing, or it was politics that you are playing so that you can gain some sympathy from other community. When you want to be, Raila Amolo Odinga has been campaigning to be the president of this country, and he usually go around this country to campaign for himself. He has never fought other community, because even if you are supporting Matiang'i to be the president of this country, it is Kisii cannot take him alone. Matiang'i needs support from Luo Nyanza. Matiang'i needs support from Luya. Matiang'i needs support from Kikuyus. Matiang'i needs support from Coast, from Oria, everywhere. So what you're supposed to do, we are supposed to live in harmony with our community, with our tribes, and then politics will not divide us. Politics should unite us, because it is only one person that is going to be the president of this country. Currently, it is the President Ruto. And maybe if you want to change President Ruto in 2027, you will change him, but only one person will be the president. Maybe it is not even going to be Otiang, maybe it is going to be Kalonzo Musyoka. So let us live in harmony. Let us play our part and live in peace, because peace is what is going to take us to the next level.
So, Dr. Okeya, talking about president being hit by a shoe, the speculation is going on that maybe it was Wamunyoro who planted that thing so that they can see how the president would have reacted on the people of Migori. I think if we are wise with the history, we can recall what took place in Kisumu, whereby the president was he was thrown but not hit by an egg, and he really killed Luo people. And from then, the Luos and Kikuyu, they are not that, they don't have that good harmony among them. So do you think it was Wamunyoro who planted this thing so that president could have said fire, or the other community could have hated the Luos because they hit the president? What can you talk about that?
The problem is we should not just talk about Migori, because this thing happened in Kuria in specific. It did not happen in Migori, Luo part of Migori, but it happened in Kuria West, Kuria East. And these are Kuria people who worked on the president using a shoe. And somebody cannot tell you, because politics, you can use anything that happens to you to your advantage. I think if the camp of the president is just using it to their advantage, so that they can paint the other side black, and then they take some sympathy votes. But it is not something that is supposed to happen to a president. A president is a symbol of national unity. A president, it is very difficult, it is very dangerous to even work on the president. What about if Ruto was somebody who acted like Kenyatta in 1969 and killed so many Koreans? People could have been killed there because president works with so many security. He can say open fire like what Kenyatta did. Kenyatta opened fire from Kisumu up to Awasi, up to Ahero. People were killed, even school children were killed. So I just want to tell the president, it was very good that you did not order people to be killed. Because people were many there, people could have been killed. So many people could have died. But I don't think Waminyoro could have that capacity of sending somebody to go and work on the president using a shoe. And if indeed he did it, then it is something bad. But we are asking the DCI to really investigate the matter so that we come to the bottom of that matter. We understand what took place there.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, you said that you are supporting William Samoei Ruto. And another one, there is a speculation on this shoe issue that by the time Matiang'i went to Wamunyoro, if you see the X, it was the #1 trending. But the Ruto regime saw that Ruto was not trending. So they uses that shoe for Ruto to trend. What can you talk about that?
Okay, me first I want to clarify something. Unajua watu wanasema ati huyo alipiga Ruto na nini. Maybe huyo alitumwa. Alikuja tu from nowhere. Maybe alitumwa tu na mtu na akakuja hapo ndiye apige Ruto, watu wajue kuna yani Wajaluo hawataki Ruto. Na hata si Wajaluo, ni Kuria people. Wakuria si Wajaluo. So wenye wanasema ati watu wa Migori walipiga Ruto ni Luoland, yes, lakini which part? But wenye Ruto alibehave vizuri sana. Mwenye ako na hiyo utu. Yeah. Angekuwa mtu mbaya angesema fire.
Watu wangekufa.
Na venye alibehave kama mtu, kama president. Alisema tu huyo ni kama alitumwa. So muache. Na wenye wanafikiria tuko na garage na President William Ruto na hao wakale, yani 8 tribes Wajaluo, sisi tuko nyuma ya Ruto, tuko ndani, na hata watu watumwe kuje waharibu conference ya Ruto, sisi tuko ndani.
Huyu pia ni supporter hodari sana wa Ruto na Gavana Wanga. So ni nini unasema hapo?
Mimi kama Omos, mimi na support Ruto, napenda Ruto. Kitu chenye nilifanyika huko Migori si kitu mzuri. Nilifurahia sana, lakini Ruto ni mtu mkubwa, ni president, anaelewa. Na anaelewa hii nchi mzuri sana. Lakini hiyo kitu ilifanyika huko Migori, hiyo si Wajaluo, hata si Migori, ni kama huyu alitumwa na watu wa Munyoro. Sasa wacha kutupima akili. Hao watu wa Munyoro wacha kutupima akili. Sisi kama Wajaluo tuko ndani ya serikali. Na hii Ruto tutampea 10. Sasa wacha kutupima sisi watu wa Munyoro. Sisi tuko na Ruto na tutakufa na Ruto na tutatembea na yeye. Mupende musipende.
Do you think Ruto will win 2027 election?
Hiyo ni obvious, hiyo ni sure bet. I will win. Mtu asikudanganye. Mtu asikuje hapa ati ata win, mpende msipende. Asubuhi by 5 tuko huko State House, tunarudi huko Kasarani president. Ruto ata win, msipende. Hakuna mtu asikudanganye hii Kenya.
Ataiba ama
hakuna kuiba. Hivi nini? Tutampigia kura. Kama utaki kupiga kura wacha atapita. Na hii si tafadhali, hata sio. Hakuna kubembelezana na hakuna si siri.
Guys, I think you heard from him. He's saying that Ruto will win and they will be eager celebrating there at State House. So, if we can check, we were having a battle of IEBC, whereby some people like Kalonzo Musyoka is not satisfied with the people, in course, with the person they are saying that will be the chair. What can you comment about that? Ni kama Ruto amewapanga ama ashajipanga?
Yes, that is an advantage of being the president of the country. You know, the president of the country is the one that appoints the IEBC. It does a very big role, yeah. But even if you elect someone, maybe a very neutral guy, maybe from Kisii, maybe from Coast, maybe from Kamba, people will not accept him 100%. Yes. That is why I'm asking everyone, every stakeholder, that we should move this country forward. We have so many by-elections that we are supposed to conduct. So many by-elections, so many constituencies which does not have a member of parliament. Already we now have the chairman of IBC and we have the commissioners, all of them. We are supposed to use what we have. We are not going to get another Jesus Christ that is going to help us in this election of Kenya, in this Kenya's election. So long as we have somebody, I know he's from Turkana. Yeah. I can't even pronounce the name, but it's now the Chebukati that we have now. This Chebukati that we have, can we have that guy being sworn in so that he starts the work that is supposed to be done by him himself? For example, in Dhiwa constituency, we are having a very big constituency that is supposed to be divided into two. And the only person that is supposed to divide it are the IBC guys. And if you don't have IBC, then who is going to divide in their constituency? So we are asking, because even if they negotiate everything, even if Kalonzo Musyoka nominates somebody to be the chairman of IBC, Matiang'i will not accept it. Wamunyoro will not accept it. Even Ruto will not accept it. Even Raila will not accept it. But we need to have somebody there. So if this guy is going to do the responsibility that is supposed to be done by IEBC, let this guy take an oath. Let him start his work. Let him start by elections. Let him, the next thing, let him divide those big constituencies like the one that we have. Their constituency must be divided this time round. And we are not begging. We are not begging. We are forcing. Ndiwa constituency must be divided this time around. Whether we are going to have Ndiwa East and Ndiwa South, let it be divided and let IBC do their work.
Ndugu, wewe unasema wewe ni Ruto damu. Tunaona chairman wa IBC ashakuja na watu wanasema ya kwamba Ruto amechagua mtu wake. Ni nini unaweza sema hapo? Na hata tukiangalia Chebukati alikuwa nominated na Uhuru Kenyatta na bado Ruto ndiye alishinda. Ni nini unaweza sema hapo?
Mimi kitu ninaweza sema hapo naona hakuna shida. Hakuna ati Ruto amechagua. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Huyo amechaguliwa. Wacha afanye kazi. Wacha hata Wafula hakuchaguliwa na Ruto. Na Ruto bado alikuwa tu president. Kama huyo amechaguliwa na Ruto, wacha afanye kazi. Kama Ruto hatakuwa president, ataweka mtu mwingine. Wananchi ndio wanachagua president, si IBC. Sisi ndio tunaenda kupiga kura. Wacha tupige kura. Tuone nani atashinda. Wacha huyo ashuani afanye kazi yake, mwenye anapiga mdomo ati wacha Kalonzo, wacha na Kalonzo huko. Wacha Kalonzo apige mdomo, huyo tu tunamjua. Wacha tu ifike, utaona tu mali Kalonzo ataenda. Wacha na Kalonzo. Ndugu yangu.
Okay. Loti nini Kisumu TV. Mi kenye naweza sema kwa hiyo nini venye walikuwa wanachagua mambo na IBC. First, unajua si Ruto anachagua. Kuna committee na before hata niseme mambo na committee, kuna walipewa chance kama uko na hiyo interest ya kuapply. Watu walipewa chance na wenye wali forward hizo vitu zao walikuwa wanaojiwa na wenye wali qualify ndio mwenye amequalify ndiye kapewa na baada hawaja announce. So si Ruto wenye wanaingilia Ruto alichagua, si Ruto, ni we committee. Na hatuwezi hire somebody from outside Kenya akuje, ni sisi tu wenyewe. Mwenye anaweza fanya hiyo kazi apewe afanye, wenye wanalalamika wakuje wafanye, wasivai president.
You people, I'm still on you. You are really supporting the president, and if we can check nowadays, people are crying because the economy has been crippled. They are saying that the economy has been crippled by Ruto. Nowadays, there are some people who are paying the houses they are not living in, called house levy. And nowadays, if we can talk about SHA, people are claiming that it is not working. And again, when I can vividly remember the time of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, then SSF, we we were just paying 200, and nowadays imagine it reach a point whereby I'm paying over 3,000. What can you say about what has Ruto help us with? Why economy? Or are you umelipwa? Kwa sababu watu wanalia sana.
Wewe kwanza uko na saa? Uko na saa?
Niko nayo.
Umesaenda umepata kama ifanyi kazi? Umesaenda? Umesaenda hospitali gani?
Kwa hospitali mingi sana.
Mingi sana.
Wananiuliza eti kama mimi ni civil servant. Kwani hiyo SHA ni wa civil servant pekee?
SHA inafanya kazi. Wachana na hao watu wa Munyoro. Hii ni Kenya my friend. Na hii president tuko nayo William Samoei Ruto, hii ni mchapakazi. Na anafanya kazi mzuri. Anatembea Kenya mzima. Hii sasa kuna watu wa Munyoro, najua watu wa Munyoro lazima ongee hivyo. Wachana na watu wa Munyoro jameni. Hao watu wa Munyoro tumbo yao sasa wameanza kukaa na njaa. Unajua njaa ni mbaya.
Hebu nieleze.
Okay. Hapo kwa SHA kuna mahospitali wanalalamika, wanasema atifanyi, wengine kuna kukienda kwa hospitali zingine zinafanya na zingine hazifanyi. Sasa usiwezi explain, lakini mimi Kenya naweza sema hiyo uchumi, story na uchumi ya Kenya before Ruto clean hiyo finini yake, hii government yake, before serikali ilikuwa ngumu, na after kuondoa wale wachafu akaweka wale wazuri, at least tunaona kuna change kidogo. Hata kama bado, lakini kuna change tunaanza kuona, na bado itakuwa tukiempea 10 tena itakuwa sawa.
Hakuna president anaweza huwa watu akikaa president. Hata kama Ruto ni mbaya aje, tunajua ni mbaya. Wakati alianza alikuwa mbaya sana, lakini alikuwa mbaya cause kuna watu wengine walikuwa kwa serikali yake ndio alikuwa afanya kai mtu mbaya, lakini wakati alitoa hao watu wakaweka watu wengine, unaona sasa wakaweka experts. Unaona sasa serikali iko sawa, na hii serikali mali inaelekea tunajua itakuwa sawa kabisa.
Wale wapanganga.
Lakini Ruto akiendelea tu hivi, angalie tu serikali, mtu analeta mdomo yake apeleke huko nje, aweke mtu expert anaweza fanya kazi kwa wananchi. Ruto fanya kitu mzuri. Ruto anafanya kitu mzuri. Wacha tu aweke hao expert, Kenya itaendelea mzuri, najua Kenya itasonga. President William Samoei Ruto 10 bila break.
10 bora.
Youth people, those are the supporters of Ruto. So, Dr. Kea, if you can tell us something in regard to what they are saying, and you combine it with this question. We are seeing the High Court, the Supreme Court, they nullify the assistant CG elected a body to preside over the former vice president case whereby he was impeached, and now we are seeing this case is being revived, whereby it will being said that the current deputy president, it is illegitimate, amekalia kiti ya mwingine, and now Gachagua is the one who want to be the deputy president. Yet it is the same Gachagua who is saying that this government, it is impunity. It is bringing an insult everything in the government. Why do he want to work with the people who are not working? What can you say about that?
Okay, thank you very much. Today the debate is really very, very interesting. In fact, having these two brothers here is really helping us because they are bringing different views about the government. But I want to be very clear and very candid about what is happening in our country. Our country, Kenya, I'm telling you vividly that, I'm very candid, that according to me, okay, doctor, an erudite and academic juggernaut from Homa Bay country, this president, the man on the omnibus, Mr. William Samoei Ruto, I want to tell you that, Mr. President, there is nothing that is going on in this country. And I want to tell you very clearly, I'm not seeing any development that is taking place in this country. There is no major road construction that is taking place in this country. And we have a budget of over 4.9 trillion. We cannot talk about this development to do with building markets, markets which are supposed to be built by county government. We need a very titanic development. Titanic in the sense that we need a very big development that can be seen by the common mwananchi, and we are not seeing it. When we are talking about road construction, there is no major road construction that is being constructed in this country. Number two, those are PR. Number two, education system. The funding model, the university funding model is very expensive for our comrades. And so many people, so many comrades are really kept away from the university because of the funding model of William Samoei Ruto. The other funding model was really working very well. In fact, it was even going down to the common mwananchi. That guy used to be very, very poor in the community, used to get the funds. But now you're not getting the funds. The university fee is very expensive because it was changed by William Samoei Ruto. Those are things that the common mwananchi are crying about. We are talking about healthcare system. The healthcare system, they came up with something called SIFSA. SIFSA that is now here. It's not working in so many hospitals. In fact, he's saying it's working, but it doesn't have national hospital. Me, I went even national hospital, Kenyatta National Hospital. Mine is not working. And I'm telling you, that is the next. That is the second thing. The third thing that is not working in this country. And I want to be very, very candid in our place. I talked about the first thing, road construction. I talked about university funding model. I talked about SIFSA. I talked about, and I'm now going to talk about corruption that is taking place in our country. We have so many things that corrupt leaders that are really eating our funding coffers, the national funding coffers, especially the governors. And nobody is talking about them. We need anti-corruption to work. We need anti-corruption to work and take these governors in prison. There is no way they can draw money from national coffers. Then they use them for their personal gains. That is the fourth thing that is taking place in our country. The other thing that is taking place in our country here, this thing called levy, housing levy. We have those guys who are really being, they take their salaries, the salary reductions in terms of levy, housing levy, and then they are not going to end up having these houses. Affordable houses are not going to be affordable to so many of us. In fact, they are being built now. Who is going to afford them? It's very difficult. We cannot be waiting. We cannot be keeping waiting every day for something that is not going to take place. For something that is hopes. That is hopes of Christians, that we are waiting for another Jesus Christ to come. How many years have we been waiting for Jesus Christ to come? So you cannot tell me to wait again for another maybe 20 years. After 20 years, these guys will be in Sigoi, and nobody will ask him because he will be in the village called Sigoi. In fact, I'm told he will go to Narok. That is how he has a very big house there. So I'm telling William Samoei Ruto, unless you change your behavior. Me, I'm a Luo from Homa Bay, Ndewa constituency. But now, there is something that I need you to do to the great people of Luo Nyanza. We are not going to celebrate William Samoei Ruto because he gave us only 2 cabinet secretaries. We are not going to do that. We are supposed to tell the William Samoei Ruto the truth. You cannot give us one tie and then you give a body. And then when Uhuru Kenyatta just wanted some cabinet secretaries, he was given almost over 5 cabinet secretaries. And they are telling us that Luos are in the government. We are in the government. How many PS do we have from Central? They are almost 14. And you are only talking about PS Omolo. Omolo is only 1. So Ruto, we are telling you that this government, Waminyoro alienda na government yake. Karibu angushe hii government yako, Raila akakuja akakusaidia kuweka hii government ikuwe tumamu. Kwa hivyo
2027 uone vile tutakuwa hapo.
We are not going to wait for that. What we want, just 1 minute. What we want is one thing. That we are not going to celebrate 2 cabinet secretaries. We need at least 5 cabinet secretaries for us to say that we are fully inside this government. Give us 5 cabinet secretaries. There is no cabinet secretary from Migori. And that is why they are even throwing suits at you. We need to have a cabinet secretary from Migori. We need to have a principal secretary from Migori. And Kisumu. Kisumu is really badly marginalized.
Next
Yes.
fair.
So we are telling William Samoei Ruto, for us to support you, you must work on the economy. That is number 1. Number 2, you must work on the education system. That is number 2. Number 3, infrastructure. We must see infrastructure, and we must see those experts that you say that they are experts. We must see Opio and I working. Because in Dewa, there are some places in Dewa that we don't have electricity. Can we see electricity? What in fact, watu wanasema electricity imeingia mpaka ndani ya mahindi. Imeingia ndani ya mahindi. Tunataka hiyo video tuone. Kama imeingia, because watu wengi wanasema ati Siaya ukienda ukienda Siaya ati electricity imeingia mpaka kwa mahindi, mpaka kwa miwa. We want to see. But in our place Dewa, we want to see electricity ikiingia mpaka kwa hizi miwa zetu. Kwa hivyo the expert Wandai, can you work for us? Can you be the expert, not just the name? We need the expert in you. You need to see it. You know, Gachagua and the court, that is a very funny thing. Gachagua and the court, you know, William Samoei Ruto, this is calculation of politics. You need to do what is called divide and rule. Divide them and rule them. Imagine saa hii court akisema Gachagua is free to buy, and with the support that Gachagua has from Central Province, the next time you will not see Matiang'i. You will not see Matiang'i. Ruto would have completely divided this team called Wamunyoro team. Because people from Central, especially Kikuyus, Mount Kenya, they are really following Gachagua. Kwa hivyo, if I think there is some ant that from State House that is being used so that they say that Gachagua is this thing was done illegally so that Gachagua can contest. But they are not telling, you cannot tell me that Gachagua, even where he is now, he will come and tell us that he can be the deputy president now. He cannot work with Ruto now. He has really said so many bad things about Ruto. He can't work with Ruto now. The only thing, yeah, because even if he was impeached, because today in Gazette it was the headline of Standard was saying illegitimate deputy president, that is Kindiki. But even if you remove Kindiki leo today, and then you put Gachagua there, how are they going to work with William Samoei Ruto? They can't work. Kwa hivyo there is a divide and rule method that is being used by William Samoei Ruto, because this guy, I think he really fears Wamunyoro, he really fears Kalonzo Musyoka combined with the Matiang'i. He won't divide these people, and these people should be very smart. In fact, in 1992, people were really divided. Moi used a very simple method of dividing opposition. He divided Ford Kenya into 4. In fact, he divided Ford Kenya, akaweka Matiba hapa, akaweka Oginga Odinga, akaweka Mwai Kibaki, akaweka so many. So opposition were having so many candidates, and that is what is taking place today. Today, as we speak, Morara Kobasu, Samuel Makoure, they have been bought by the system. But they have come back with a party, and they are telling us that they are now representing Gen Zs. That is a party that has been given by William Samoei Ruto to divide millennials, to divide Gen Zs, so that kura igawiwe. Kila mtu achukue share yake, William Ruto aingie State House. And that is what he's going to do. But now, I think people should really be very, very careful about what is taking place in this country.
So thank you very much. This is Kisumu TV. So I think the Ruto regime has agreed. So what is your last comment you can tell people?
Okay, my last comment, mi kenye naweza sema watu waache panganga mingi haisaidii. Tuache Ruto afanye kazi na kila kitu kwa sawa. Hivyo tu.
Ni nini unaweza ambia mtu wa mwisho?
Mimi kitu cha nasema Wakenya wenzangu, tukae kitu moja, tusikiane tu, watu wache Ruto afanye kazi tafadhali. Mimi ndio president tuko nayo, tumpe heshima, wacha afanye kazi, tuone kazi atafanya, tumpe tena 10, aendelee na kazi, amalize kazi yake. Ni hiyo tu.
Your last comment.
Okay, thank you very much. Our Uda guys, you know, I'm wondering in Nyasa, but we have Uda. In fact, akina Nyawangaya mnafaa muangalia hizi vitu, because ile vile mnatolewa kwa ofisi, hata mtu atasimama na Uda na wapite. Homa Bay hata mtu atasimama gavana na UDA na apite. Kama huyu jamaa anaweza sema ana support Ruto. Na huyu aseme ana support Ruto sahi. Yeye hata anaweza support hata mwenye amesimama na UDA. Kwa hivyo we are supposed to be very careful. Especially ODM. Uliingia kwa government itawaramba. Tunangoja kwa ground. Mimi hata wakisema huyu mtu wa UDA ndio nitapigia. But I want to say on a final way that we are only having 2 years to go to another election, and we are asking the great people of our country to give the president opportunity so that he can serve us. We have only one president, and the president is a symbol of national unity. But where the president is also going wrong, we also call out upon the president to correct. But now let us support the president. Let us give him time so that he can bequeath to us development, because we need development. This is a country that belongs to all of us, and chaos will really destroy our country. We cannot destroy a country that we were born in. We were born here so that we can get a good life. But people should also not just depend on politics alone, because politics cannot feed you. You should also wake up and go and work for your family, work for other people, so that you can get money to maybe feed yourself and feed your family. But we give the president opportunity to serve us for another 5 years, not 5 years, but no, another 2 years, another 2 years. Then after that, after 2 years, in 2027, these guys from UDA, maybe they will decide to maybe have him for another 5 years, but we must have a break.
Thank you very much. This is Kisumu TV. I think you will just write on the comment section so that we can see. Bye.
Welcome to Kisumu TV, your ultimate destination for thought-provoking content on church issues, politics, and trending topics. Dive into insightful discussions on sermons, uncovering hypocrisy within the church and exploring the intersection of faith and society. A deep dive into church issues. Explore the nuances of sermons, interpretations, and the challenges facing modern-day congregations, unmasking hypocrisy. We fearlessly dissect and discuss hypocrisy within religious institutions, fostering a dialogue for positive change. Political discourse. Stay informed with our unbiased take on political events and how they intersect with moral and ethical principles. Trending insight. From viral trends to societal movement, we keep you updated and engaged with what's happening around the world. Join our community of thinkers, seekers, and change makers. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications to never miss out on our latest video. Let's explore, question, and learn together at Kisumu TV.